off. It's because it's off. I'm so sorry. I did 4 minutes for nothing. But thank you, Diva Hair, for chiming in because I've been talking to myself for about 5 minutes. Yes. I should just go to bed. Can you hear me now? I mean, it's just you and me. Private class, here we are. Maybe, yes, no, maybe so. 2 people, good. Can you hear me? I should have went before, but I didn't. Yay! Okay, great. Thank you for tuning in. So as I was really deeply talking about the holiday season and what I want to do for next season is have a list and do them, like get them done. Like, yeah. I'm basically doing my podcasts live now. We're figuring it out, figuring out the best way, the best scenario. So I'm gonna try to do them here and then maybe upload them for the podcast. Some people wanted to see me as I talked, as I ranted and raved. Some were fine, others no. Like the earlier ones, if you ever listened to any of my early podcasts, it was like I was Xanax, Ambien. Like sometimes I shouldn't really be talking. But that does mean people do actually want to hear me. But if you do have a question now, I am first time going live on YouTube. So this is like totally new for me. So if you have any questions, pop them in the chat. Is it opposite for you guys? I have no idea. But you can, because I'm here to answer your questions. This was just a come on, do a podcast, rant about how my day is going with Cyber Monday sale. It's going, but it's not going, like all in the same breath. Like I'm just behind the 8 ball. And as you all know, I love chit chat and talk. But yeah, that's been my bigger hurdle is like setting goals, getting them done, organizing it, and really getting them like checked off. Yeah, my assistant Phoebe has really tried to instill in myself to do checklists and like check the list. We've been using Google Keep, which love Google. Thank you, Google. Keep everything together. But you know, so who knows? We're definitely trying to just keep it moving. As I'm trying to do what I preach, you know, have a goal, have some strategic planning, really. I know there's 2 of you on there. You haven't said anything to me besides me just chatting away. So yeah. I mean, is it clear? Can you hear things? I'm feeling, I don't know what this is all about. Ooh, it's the rain. It's been raining here. I'm happy there's no sound. I wonder, I have no idea. Are you enjoying anyone? Nothing? There's 2 of you. I know that much. That's all I know. Ooh. Yeah, I'm just trying. Oh. Direction. So for hair direction, when you're ventilating, you're actually going to look at what you're creating. So you're going to, no, that's great. I love it. When you're ventilating to figure out the direction you want to go, you're going to look at the bubble you already created of the client. So because everything is very custom in my world, I really have a client to go off of. So like my hair, for example, if you look at HD, so you can see how my hair is kind of like going in the direction. So I kind of follow the pattern. Hair grows naturally out in a circle from the nose. That's why we have eyebrows that kind of come out, like all these hairs. They all go in the same, like this is directly as straight as over here. And then the hair over here comes down. And then, great example, my facial hair. This is growing down and all this grows down. And my mustache, right? My hair's growing down. Just, I know women, well, sometimes women have mustaches. But so right here, it's totally opposite. Like this hair is growing up and this hair is growing down. So it's a complete circle. So I use the sun technique. So if you do have my books, I do go over it. And that's how the sun technique. So the top of the hair, I'm going to go straight back. Temples are always thinner. As you can see, I, in my old age, am losing some hair here. So it'll be softer within the temple areas, both on men and women. And then your sides, so your temple, you know, it's not the, so you're going to actually want to make that temple. And this is where the ventilating technique really comes into play. So you're going to want to do these triangles all along the side. And then about here, you're going to start coming down. So hair direction is really important. It can make a wig look not wiggy, right? We get these manufactured wigs that are all these, you know, circle hairlines, or sometimes now they do the shelf, you know, they think they're doing it. But I cut that off. I lay my own lace and then I recopy the hairline. That's really important. So awesome question. Like that's like prime. Like once you nail the hairline, you can create a more realistic wig. With a client, you have them as your template, right? So you're taking this bubble. That's why I use clear tape when I make my bubbles of my clients. I put so much, well, depends on what it is. So I already know where I want to go. So when I take my bubble, it all depends. Do they want it part? Do they need to go different ways? Is it made for one look? So from there, I will take it and take as much detail as I need. Like if I know it's going to be a down wig, I'm never going to do a back hairline. But if it's a first-time client who is a very busy client or a celebrity or anything like that, I will do a full bubble, take the full back hairline. Sometimes the back hairlines is very weird. So I'll take the whole thing and my measurements from ear to ear, and I will draw in with a small marker which way the hair goes. If they have a swirl for a men, if they have a cowlick up here, because you can, you know, ventilate in a circle for back here, so you can actually give some hair direction growth, so it doesn't just look like back and beautiful. Yeah, that's that. There is an art to it there, but there isn't an art to it. Just like with the triangle technique, you know, you find a triangle if it's a regular triangle, or if it's an obtuse triangle, or if it's a, you know, vertical triangle or a bigger, whatever. You need to really create that haphazard look. You know, you want to be soft. That's like the number one thing. You want it to be soft. You want it to look like their own hair. And that is one thing no one really can do unless it's done by hand. If that makes sense. So. Yeah. So if you do have more questions, I do love them, as you know, Mr. Chit-chatty away over here. Interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do these. So we have do these like this, so we have them as an archive, you know, so that we have them and that they're going to be turned into my podcast so that you can listen to them. You know, I press a U part and turn it into a T part. Okay. Yeah, so the U part, you're going to want to first and foremost, you're going to close the circle of the wig. So we have our circle band, right? This is our tension band. So wherever that tension band is on your client's wig, so you have to think of it that way. So you have half that back. I'm assuming the back will be the U part. So you have the U part up here, and I'm assuming the U part comes to the hairline. So let's, oh my gosh, so many things. So you're going to want to fill in the U part first with lace, and then you're going to want to front that. Does that make sense? So you'll want to do it that way. So it's, so it fills in that band, because sometimes the wigs we get, the fully ventilated wigs, are made on a basketball basically. So it's just like round, and no one's head is that round. So you can come in and you want your band so it stays on, but then that U part section, you're going to want it to be better, if that makes sense. Yeah, and France is calling me. Funny, right? Interesting. Never had France call. Did that help? Kind of, sort of. Maybe, kind of, sort of. You definitely want to, yeah, good. And then from there, you can ventilate in where you want the part to be, but draw it out, map it out. Use the wig head, use the block, draw it out. So for that, I would take some tape, retape it. Then I'll go draw all my markings that I want, tape it again, because if you use any water on it, it'll bleed. It'll go on to the lace. So you definitely want to keep that really together. So yeah. I'm just clicking around at this point. Oh, that's cute. And then it's really the hairline. That's once you master the hairline and you get all of those, and you want to wear the wig on top of your hairline. I know that's like a very big thing. Placement of the wig, people don't really get. So make sure you get that in like the perfect spot. That's hysterical. Yeah. I love that you're listening to it while you're at work. Oh, that's great. We're just chatting about all things wigs, as usual. It is the big sale. We have so much coming up, so much new content. So get in now so you get that new content. There's a huge, when I say huge, like I should be working on it now, but I needed a break. But there's a huge update coming to it that whoever does have it, whoever has bought it, will get this update for free. You're in it for life. So this is like the locked price. And that's both for the ventilating masterclass and the fronting masterclass. We're turning this ventilating masterclass into the fronting masterclass. So then we're going to have a styling masterclass and we're going to have a coloring masterclass. I'm very stoked. And then human and synthetic masterclass, which I'm very excited. And these are just things that we're coming up with so that we can really have the foundation for all things wigs. I know it just makes a better, well-rounded person if you know how things work. So make sure you sign up, so that you can lock in this price. I know it's been the beta test has now come to an end, and we're going to be like jam packing it, fine tooth comb we're going through. We have like 4 or 5 different people going through it with me. We're really trying to give you the most information at all times. So once you lock it in, you're locked in at that price. So I hope you are already joined in the family. First and foremost, welcome to the wig hacking family. Hi. And I hope you're working and practicing wigs and ventilating. It can really help change your life. So that is all we have for this one. I want to thank you so much. Check me out. Please like and subscribe and get the notification bell because I'm going to be doing these more. Yes, we are. I'm doing it. I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to be there so you can work smarter, not harder, and be the best wig makers you can be. So until next time, thanks, guys.